Games, went pretty well. A couple upsets for week 1. We thought,
Yeah.
this team is going to blow out this team, or this team is terrible and has been for the past 5 years, but they come out with a win. So, what do you guys got? Recap of week 1 in the NFL.
Brady's a bust.
Brady's a bust. That's one game, Marvin.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Okay, you look at his stats. He had 2 picks.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Did better than some of these other guys.
That's still not a good ratio. I mean, if you're Tom Brady, you should be playing better than this. And I mean, this is your first game. I know it's one game. Okay, so they might turn the season around. They might, go all the way to the Super Bowl. Don't really see that happening, but it's a possibility. I mean, you got the whole season. But the thing is, this is the first game. People are calling you a system quarterback, and this is your chance to show them, no, like, it's me. And you lose. Like, nah.
Yeah, and it is, I guess, Tom Brady too, right? Expectations are higher than Winston. I can see that. But, I mean, maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just getting used to the system?
No preseason.
No preseason?
Nope.
Give them a couple games?
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl, though. At least not this year.
All right. So I was listening to our first podcast that we did, and you guys one of the topics was the Buccaneers record. Marvin, you said 12-4, and then Megatron, you said 14-2. Are you guys still with that?
Nope. It's 11-5 now.
I could see that. I could go with 11-5.
11-5.
Only because,
I mean, they do have to face the Saints again.
And the Chiefs.
Too. And the Chiefs.
And, again, I know I said, first impressions, but this is also against, Drew Brees. Drew Brees, Tom Brady showdown, should be a huge game. And I don't know. You just can't mess stuff like that up. I don't care.
True.
That it shows. I mean, I'm not going to say he's completely. I mean, it's all on Belichick. It's all on the Patriots, and that he's just going to play like this for the rest of the season. But to start out like that on another team is just, I don't know.
Well, maybe the crowd had something to do with it.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, they're, boisterous, and yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, concerning the Saints, Michael Thomas is out for several weeks.
Yep.
So for Drew Brees, that might be not good having his number 1 wide receiver out.
Nope, but he still got Sanders, so
he does still have Emmanuel Sanders. So that's true. Yeah. All right. So the Buccaneers get their first loss of the season with the GOAT, or GOAT quotation marks. Final score of that game was 34-23. Drew Brees threw 160 yards, and he got the win with 2 touchdown passes. Now, I'm sure you guys are eager to talk about the Chiefs.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Oh, right.
Our team.
That's right.
The Chiefs. 34-20 final score. We got 2 of the quarterbacks that are going to be making up the NFL in the next decade, Mahomes and Watson. What are you guys' thoughts on this first game of the Super Bowl champions?
Sure that wasn't just practice?
Ooh.
It's true. Shows you what happens when you get rid of Hopkins.
That's true. I mean, I think Hopkins had more receptions than the who was it? Was it the Texans combined? No.
It might have been, because the Texans...
I saw something like that.
Texans didn't have very many. But, I mean, they looked pretty good. I think they're going to be a pretty good team, but, I mean...
Johnson did pretty good.
That's true. But,
yeah,
I mean,
Johnson...
the Chiefs doesn't compare.
Right. And I was thinking this before, during the game. I was like, there is no score that the Kansas City Chiefs can be down by that there's always going to be that chance of hope. They could be down by 25 in the third quarter, and we got Mahomes who can score 24 points plus in one quarter. So that's what's awesome about Kansas City.
You mind repeating that?
Just saying what I see. And I don't know. I mean, here's a question too: are the Kansas City Chiefs going to be better than next year or than last year?
It's been one game,
Yeah.
but I'm 13-3.
13-3.
Yeah. So I'll say one
Ooh.
game better.
I don't know.
Megatron.
I don't know. There's a couple that I can see possibly losing. If anything, I go 14-2. And because I don't know, I think we got a better team. I mean, you got Edwards-Helaire in there.
He proved himself.
He went off on the Texans, and he's a rookie. Like, so I don't know. I think we'll have a better team because not only do we have Edwards-Helaire, but we still got Williams back there. You know, the possible
Good
Super
number two.
Bowl MVP with his run and everything. Like, yeah, no, I think we'll have a better team.
You talking about Damian or Daryl?
Is that a real question? Please, it's not a real question.
No, but I mean, Kansas City, they look good. Let's just look at this here. I mean, Edwards, proved himself Thursday night. We got Patrick Mahomes, we got Watkins, we got Hill, we got Hardman,
Kelsey.
And Kelsey, right? So I mean, this core is a lot different. I mean, look at the schedule. I think we mentioned it in our first episode of the podcast about fearing maybe the Buccaneers or fearing the Saints.
I don't fear Tampa anymore.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know if there is a fear of Tampa Bay. Seeing Sunday's game.
That was the Browns, bro.
Buccaneers.
Browns on steroids.
But you could always make the argument it's just Tom Brady getting used to, as we talked about. So I think we'll see. If Tom Brady can prove himself in the next couple of weeks, and Kansas City, can do something too, but we'll see.
Sounds good.
But all right, another game that was very interesting. Philadelphia scored 17 points and then never scored again. Carson Wentz was sacked 8 times. Now, I said that right, 8 times.
How many?
8 times against the Washington football team. The Washington football team with Dwayne Haskins got the win 27-17, and they come back to win.
It was beautiful to see.
Wow. So,
I mean, yeah, I like that. I mean, they get made fun of. I mean, kind of rightfully so for like that's the team name that they're going with. But like then they get a win, so it's like okay, we'll still win even with a terrible name.
right. And did you heard what the owner said, or maybe it was I don't think it was Rivera, but they might keep the team name. So we might be looking at a permanent Washington football team name if the fans like it, if everything goes well.
So let's hope they lose.
Let's hope they lose. Okay, here's the thing also, dude, I thought was interesting. The Washington football team is the only team in their division to have a win.
That's not
So
that's not
Cowboys
surprising.
lost, Giants lost, Eagles lost.
Well, Cowboys losing was controversial.
Controversial.
Yep. And there was another flag that should have been thrown that wasn't.
Yep. Oh, the Rams.
You gotta love
Rams and their flags.
You gotta love Ramsey. He's a great actress.
Oh, no, but Washington coming out with Haskins. Here's a question maybe that just, I guess, spontaneous. Is Alex Smith going to come back to start?
I say he makes a relief appearance at one point this season. I don't know about starting.
Megatron.
I can see it. I don't know. Haskins he did pretty good. I mean, a touchdown, close to 200 yards and everything. But like, I don't know. I hope. Oh, for Alex Smith,
He was at the
former
game,
Chief, that like he can get a start. But
Yeah, and also with his injury would be pretty cool.
I mean, if Haskins keeps it up, like I don't think they will.
It was the Eagles, though.
Right.
Just saying.
True. A big drop for the Eagles,
It is. I look at Wentz, and Wentz always has these high expectations, and he can never fulfill them.
Yeah.
And Wentz can be good. It's just I don't know, injuries and things like that, which I don't ever think he'll be a Super Bowl winning quarterback, honestly. But
They should have kept Foles.
that's just me. Foles is a great quarterback, and they should have kept him after the Super Bowl.
Yep, and they should have traded Wentz.
Yeah. But, yeah, definitely.
But that's the
All right.
special for you.
The Philly special. That was a good play. All right. Washington wins 27-17. Next week, we'll see if they can get a win. Next week, they go play Tennessee. Not Tennessee. Arizona at Arizona. So we'll see
Nope, they
if
won't.
they can go down to Arizona and win.
They won't.
Against that. But yes, the Arizona game against 49ers. Let's talk about that game. Super Bowl winning, Super Bowl appearance team, 49ers, NFC champions, lose to the Arizona Cardinals.
They do.
What are your guys' thoughts on this game?
Well,
when they they had the Super Bowl in their hands, yet they lose.
Did they, though? Did they?
Then the Wasp.
Yes, Marvin, they did, and then Wasp happened.
Got stung.
What are you guys' thoughts on this Arizona game?
Well,
is it the 49ers downfall, or are we seeing a Cardinals rise with Murray?
Both. Can I talk? Okay, thank you. The 49ers are beautifully on a 2-game losing streak, and the Chiefs are beautifully on a 10-game plus winning streak. You need to know that.
All right. Nice.
I thought that explained itself without me having to go into detail. That's it. I mean, if you lose to the Chiefs and the Cardinals in back-to-back games, that's pretty sad.
You're done.
They're done. You should have benched old Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. Yeah, I mean, you look at Murray. Murray, he led in rushing. Did pretty good in his passing, but are we seeing another Lamar Jackson from him? What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, he's got the team. I mean, he's good at rushing, but then he's got Hopkins there now, Fitzgerald, who, doesn't drop a pass. He's got the team to do it, but so I'm hoping they can pull something out, just because they've needed that for a while. They haven't been, a super great team in a while. They've been like kind of consistent, but never anything like great.
Right. I mean, yeah. Go ahead, Marvin.
Well, between Arizona and Baltimore, Arizona has a quarterback. Baltimore has a running back.
That's why I asked. Like Murray, is he going to wind up being like Jackson?
He'll
running all the time.
He'll win big games where Jackson cannot, and Murray can win a playoff game, assuming. So you haven't seen that yet, but
I mean, he had
Murray
the passing yards.
Yeah, Murray could probably win a playoff game before Jackson. Truthfully.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I see the Ravens going back to being number 2.
They've always been number 2.
In the playoffs, going back to the divisional.
Well, this year that they don't get a first-round bye if you're number 2.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Only number 1 does, so that's Chiefs. Just letting y'all know that. Chiefs are going to be the number 1 seed, and we're going all the way. We're going back to Tampa.
I can see that. All right, so Cardinals set the 49ers, NFC champions, 24-20. Garoppolo, he did all right. to interception. No, 2 touchdowns, 259 yards. But 49ers lose. Now, here's a question for you all, which can even lead into our second point as well with the Seattle Seahawks game against the Falcons. Did Russell Wilson look like an MVP quarterback Sunday
No.
against the Falcons?
Wait, do you really just say no?
I said no. I think Aaron.
I mean, okay, here's his stats. He went 31 for 35, 322, and 4 touchdowns, no picks. He even ran for 29 yards. And they beat the Falcons 38-25. How is that not a MVP candidate already?
That,
week 1?
my friend, is a beautiful story, but that's also the Falcons, who blew a 28-3 lead in Super Bowl 51. That's what I
True.
thought. Mic dropped.
Still,
But Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. I don't know.
he's
not an MVP.
he's not always in the talks for one of the best quarterbacks. And I mean, I don't know if I would put him completely up there, but to some people he has been in the talks for that. But I mean, he's always there. He's always consistently making it happen. Like that's still really impressive. I mean, I can't think of a year that he hasn't been at least, good. There's these quarterbacks that, their teams go up and down and they, I mean, I think the Eagles, the Eagles go to the Super Bowl and then they're not as good anymore or whatever. The Seahawks have always had like a pretty good team and Russell Wilson's always been there. Like I said, making it happen. So, I mean, yeah, you have that game with, him. He said 4 touchdowns. They got a good team there now. I mean, Carlos Hyde getting a touchdown, former Chief. But
Was he, though?
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, he kind of was. But
Yeah, no, I agree. Russell's always been in the contention for MVP, and he's always shown himself, and I think he can this year. I mean, it proved that Sunday. Yes, it was just the Falcons, but still, I mean, I think we might be seeing some good things from the Seattle Seahawks this year.
I mean, and then the Seahawks defense, because I mean, the final score was Seahawks 38, Falcons 25. I mean, Matt Ryan had almost 500 passing yards, and like Jones and Ridley, like they're making it happen on the receiving side, even in a loss. But then, I mean, then you have Gurley. I mean, he got a touchdown, but besides that, like, got shut down on rushing.
Yeah.
Which another one that it's like he's good with the Rams, and so then you go to another team and like you got to prove yourself. I know, like I was saying that for Brady too, and I know it's only one game, but still, like you've got to be able to prove yourself. Getting that old, being a veteran running back, like you got to show up for your team, and didn't.
Yeah. Right. No, yeah.
I'd pick Aaron Rodgers over Russell Wilson any day.
Ooh. Really?
Yep.
I guess Rodgers did all right Sunday.
4 passing touchdowns, no picks. Sold out crowd.
Yeah, that was funny to watch. No crowds. But yes, Seattle goes on with the win, 38-25. Again, for the NFC South, the Saints are the only team in their division to have a win. So, but yeah, I guess we could look at our final game that we wanted to look at before we move on to our expectations for week number 2. But what about the Dolphins-Patriots game? First game for Cam Newton back for a while. First game for the New England Patriots without Tom Brady for what, over a decade?
Yeah.
When you had Matt Castle for a year. Where are we not counting that? But Fitzpatrick, 3 picks. Newton held under to 200 yards passing, and yet he was the leading rusher. What are your guys' expectations looking at Sunday's game and looking forward to the Patriots season?
It was the Dolphins. What do you expect?
Okay, but
It's true though.
the Dolphins usually end up beating the Patriots. I mean, they've tied the series the past few years. I mean, you had the game 2 years ago where they won on the like final play laterals.
Miami Miracle, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
no, I remember
True.
we were at the Chiefs game that Sunday, and
Yep.
Tony like showed me the score, and I was like, "Oh, what if they just lateral it all the way down and score?" And then you told me that they won, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, so I mean, you have that. Then last year with the Dolphins denying the Patriots a first round bye, with a Week 17 win. I mean, there's still one game left to play against them this year, and the Dolphins, like I said, usually tie the series the past few years. But I mean, Cam showed up again. I know I keep saying it, this whole thing with different players or whatever, but I mean, first impressions, he got what 15 and 19 on passing, 75 rushing yards on just 5 attempts, and then the 2 rushing touchdowns, and just getting a win for the Patriots. And then Edelman being the favorite receiver still. But yeah, I don't know. Dolphins pretty much the same. He said the Fitz magic with 3 picks.
Yeah, do we see a rise in Tua?
Eventually this season, but they're going to stick with Fitz for now, is my guess.
Yeah, I think a couple games, see if Fitz can maybe rework some things, get that magic going again. But we'll see. I mean, no, I agree with Megatron, the fact that, the Dolphins have always been contenders, right? I mean, it's always, even with Brady, it's always been it's like that division game, or it's like, Saints-Vikings the past couple years in the playoffs, right? The Saints have been the better team, have been the favorite against the Vikings, but there's still that, I don't know,
or
that division there.
Chiefs and Chargers.
Chiefs-Chargers, that's always
Chargers
been,
keep coming in to, beat us or whatever. At least one game the past
at least
few years.
close.
That game
Or
still
like-
burns me.
Yeah, no, that was rough. Seeing that live, yeah, that was rough.
Yep.
But so it's kind of like that. That's how the Dolphins always are with the Patriots. Like I said, there's still one game left to go, so we'll see. But I mean, that's a pretty good start for Cam, showing that he fits in with the team.
Do they make playoffs? Patriots.
Yeah.
Season record?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm looking at their schedule right now, and I think they have a fairly easy schedule. They play Kansas City in Kansas City.
That's not easy.
They do play Seattle next
That's
week.
not easy.
Yeah,
I'm just noting these teams that are going to be a little hard. I think Buffalo might be a little challenge for them as well.
Yeah, it's not easy anymore.
I think I'm taking my word back now. They play Houston. They're playing LA. They're playing Buffalo twice. I think them and the Buffalo Bills are going to have a contention for the AFC East.
Haven't heard that in
I
a
guess
while.
it is true. They do have the Bills there, so.
I mean, and Josh Allen proved himself yesterday.
Yesterday.
I think, not yesterday, Sunday.
There you go.
With the win over the Jets.
It's the Jets, but yes, true.
I
just
said
gonna
Jets.
say that for every team.
It's true though.
Yes. What are you guys' record
10-6.
for the New England Patriots? 10-6.
10-6.
Ooh. I don't know. I'd say. I don't know what I want to go with. I'd say. I think they're getting over 10. 11 or 12 wins.
I'm thinking 9 or 10. We'll see. They'll lose to Kansas City. They'll lose to Buffalo at least once, and they're going to be losing to Baltimore. So there's at least 3 out. But I don't know. We'll see.
They've always been that hated team or whatever. And I don't know if that's really changed for anyone else, but I know it's for sure changed more for me with Cam being there. Like, I want to see them do good. Obviously not better than the Chiefs, but
Right.
or win
Obviously.
against the Chiefs or anything, but like, I like to see them, play good this season and make it to the playoffs and get
And
beat by
lose.
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Here's the question. We also introduced this in our first episode, but is it Belichick or is it Brady? Is this going to prove that Belichick is the Super Bowl winner, or is it going to be proven that Brady is? Or is it proven that both of them are needed together?
In one game. It's too early to tell.
That's the question. So I think we'll see that this year. Who's really the winner?
I mean, like, Brady brought a lot of guys to him, but, like, you know, obviously it didn't do anything. Like, I know it's the Saints, and the Saints are good, but, like, still.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree. Brady should have proved himself, and he had the chance against Drew Brees, but didn't.